So like I said, we got the Draven Thresh matchup to the Graves Blitzcrank. That lane's, I would say, pretty even. They took away a lot of Draven's early game prowess, of course, but you get a lot of control of the lane with the Thresh hooks combined with Draven displacement and combined with the box, combined with the Flay. It's a lot of CC. They can kind of keep you in place and allow Draven to kind of just pummel you with those axes. But on the converse side, Draven does have a unique dynamic with Blitzcrank in that he's constantly going to catch axes. If you can get a clear shot to him catch the axe, you can force him to drop an axe if you can throw out a good hook. If not, it's not the end of the world. You can always hook again. And if you grab him after, he'll have dropped his axe, all he'll have is his disengage, his stand aside, to kind of get you off of him. So you can really do a lot of damage on him because even if he has two axes, when you hook him, he'll lose one. So he loses a lot of potential damage that way. As for the jungle matchup, you got kind of a more standard matchup on the purple team with Elise, a standard jungler, I mean. She has a lot of really great early jungle presence. She has a lot of great early ganks, and she has 2 moves for every move that the other jungler has pre-6, which is really great because you can put out a lot of damage, you get a lot of CC, you get a lot of chase, and things of that nature. She also has great clear times with her W. On the other side, you've got Tryndamere. I don't know a whole lot about Tryndamere jungler. It's pretty uncommon, but I know he's probably going to be looking for those jungle fights since he brought Ignite. He's probably going to potentially invade. He will have a lot of damage. My only problem with jungle Tryndamere is it doesn't scale as well as if you put him, say, in the top lane or mid lane, where he can get a lot of that CS. He can get a lot of items, and he can kind of stack up and kind of become that late game monster that just 2-shots your carry. As far as our top lane matchup, we've got the Garen versus Renekton. I know Renekton's a bit of a lane bully. He'll be able to slice and dice, stun. But if Garen is on his game, he could probably get a silence in there, do a little more damage back on the Renekton before he can get 100% trade. So I think it could potentially go even, but I'm going to lean that in favor of the Renekton. And finally, our mid matchup is the Ryze versus Xerath. Now, while Ryze can get tanky, Xerath has there's a great range disparity. They nerfed Ryze's range, so it's a lot harder for him to play a lane, especially against someone with such huge range as Xerath. And they both really hit great power spikes, kind of at level 6. I mean, Ryze maybe level 4 or 5 could probably out DPS the Xerath, but Xerath does have the stun, but Ryze is easier hit. It's not 2-part. All of that being said, I would say that I'm probably going to give the edge to purple team as far as team composition. They have a lot of CC. They have a lot of tankiness. They've got decent range on their mid. They've got a lot of really good objective-controlled champions. Now, blue team's kind of more of the snowball catch-out team. If they can catch you out, they can get kills, they can get snowballing. They're going to be almost unstoppable. You're going to have that Draven damage. You're going to have, if the Ryze gets fed, he's going to be doing insane amounts of damage. And, of course, Tryndamere gets going. He's just going to be critting all over the place, spinning to win, all that jazz. Take a look at the starting items. Of course, the 80 carries started Doran's Blades. Ryze started a Ruby Crystal, which is interesting. A lot of Ryzes that I've seen at least go Fairy Charm, get you some wards, some pots. Xerath started with that Doran's Ring, that potion. Ward's not as necessary in solo queue, I guess. Garen's going that Doran Shield, pretty standard start. Renekton, Cloth 5. And then, Blitzcrank and Thresh going pretty standard support starts, lots of consumables. A little bit of trading going up top lane. Not much action bot lane yet. CS pretty even around the board. Like I said, it's only 2 minutes in the game. Not a lot is going to happen yet. Garen seem to be getting the better of Renekton. I think that's part of that's due to the fact that Garen does have a little more HP thanks to that Door Shield. Ooh, got a great hook on the Blitzcrank. Draven damage is coming out. Misses the hook. He gets the Ignite out. First blood goes to Draven. Exhaust goes down to the Thresh. Graves is chasing. Graves flashes down, but Draven is just wailing on with those axes. Uses barrier. Flay. Graves does grab a kill, but he will go down as well for the double kill. Not the Worst trade in the world. If you know you're going down, you might as well take a kill with you. Garen's still bullying out Renekton here. He's got a level up on him. I got him pushed into tower. However, Renekton does have more pots left. So there is that. Rye's getting out traded a little bit here. That early ignite from Trinity I think's a little much. He does get stunned, but Xerath is not a whole lot he could do. Ooh, flash in ignite. And he goes down. I couldn't think of the name of Ryze's abilities there. Let me just make sure I get the Rune Prison is what I was looking for in the Overload. The flash Rune Prison with the ignite. Maybe a little bold on Xerath's part, sticking around. He probably should have gone back. Now Renekton getting the better of Garen. He's getting his knight in. Slice and Dice comes in. Second part, ignite ticking, and Garen will be fine. Meanwhile, Renekton will just be able to lifesteal back up with his Q and his potions. Get a little bit of sustain. Elise coming in for the gank. I think this is going to spell doom for Garen. Except Elise misses her. And damage. And he does go down. Trinity was making his way up, but he's a little too late for that train. Renekton's going to be able to farm that out. Thresh getting pushed in. Maybe there'll be a little bit of lull in the action. We can't see that Garen Renekton about the same. Trinity has farmed a little bit more than Elise, but she does have a kill, so she's up ahead. Gank going on here, stun, and he goes down easy peasy. Great cocoon there from Elise. Good stun from Xerath. So what I was going to say is that Ryze is up a kill on Xerath, and he is up 15 CS, which is pretty big deal as far as melee, especially considering when I was talking about that range disparity. It's not hurting Ryze at all at the moment. Of course, Bot having a good time of it with their 2 kills to 1. Garen's going in, he's getting his spin on, but Renekton will just slice and dice out of there. Draven really in control of this lane. There is a rogue ward, it seems, at Purple Star. It's probably accidentally dropped during a fight. That's okay. Xerath catching up in CS a little bit. Hook goes down, Repel goes in, barrier from Draven. Thresh gets landed on it, he does hook, and he will be free. A really nice Thresh landing there. Ooh, gets the hook on Elise. I'm not sure if they're really going to do anything. Flay comes in. Draven's just running. Didn't want any part of that. Does get cocoon. Probably wishes he hadn't gone on that. Gets the flash out. Hook does miss. Maybe a bit of too much of a ballsiness there on Thresher. Maybe Draven just should have been up there. Who knows? Again, this is solo queues, so they're not always going to be on the same page. CS evening up across the board for the most part. Except for Elise, she is down about half the CS trimmer, but she does have those 2 kills, so you can kind of get away with not farming if you're really getting those good quality ganks in. Draven's got a level on Graves. He's down in health and mana though, so probably not a whole lot of action going down there. Just keeping that CS up, so is Ryze. Ryze staying about 14 up on CS, but if you can maintain that CS difference, it won't mean as much later in the game. Take a look at the items here. Garen went for a long sword and the boots. Trinimir's got his Vamp Scepter as well as his razors. He's got that tear out. Draven's got his BF sword, long sword. Sorry, I've got the hiccups here. Thresh does get that Sightstone. Blitzcrank has gone for the boots first into Fairy Charms. He's not going to be getting that Sightstone anytime soon. Renekton went for the Dorn's Blade and the long sword. And Elise has that Kindle Gem and the spirit item, the Spirit Stone. And she'll be building that into an Ancient Golem, get a little bit of tankiness out. Meanwhile, Graves only has a Vamp Scepter and a Dorn Shield. Great hook by Thresh. He's going to go in, he's going to get the Flay on. Draven's out there. He gets hooked, but I'm pretty sure he's going to go down. He's got the Ignite burning. He does get the kill, gets that Execute. Garen fighting with Renekton here, but he is losing quickly, and he does go down. Very, very close fight, though. Draven double kill, but he does go down to the Elise there. Thresh is in a bit of a bad spot. He's going to go down to the tower, trying to give that kill to Elise. Elise does get the kill. So while Xerath didn't kill, you do have a 4-0 Elise running around, so she's really going to be getting those items. It's I can tell you from experience, a Fed Elise is not a fun Elise. Purple team is up in kills, but blue team is up 2k gold roughly, and I think a big part of that is the CS. The CS difference is in favor of blue side, but also Draven got that first blood, as well as he's getting that additional gold from his passive when he's getting kills. So that's really gonna help him out as far as gold and really snowballing. Like you can see, it's 8 minutes. He's already got a Bloodthirster, which is pretty terrifying if you're on the other end, to be honest. And Graves just has that pickaxe. He's really just trying to buy any source of damage to keep him in this game. Renekton goes in, silent, stun, spinning on each other, more slicing and dicing, trading back and forth. Goes fairly even. This lane, I would imagine, is typically somewhat of a sustained lane. Garen has that passive. Renekton has his Q. Oh Lord have mercy, I can't remember the names of stuff. Cull the Meek. Cull the Meek is that. Tridimir going in for die. He is level 8, so he will have that ult available. Garen's spinning, and they are going to get out somewhat clean. Stun comes in. He is going to have to ult there. Goes in on the Elise. Garen's there. Gets the silence in. Yo, Trin does go down. He doesn't have enough. Garen's spinning on her. She does repel up. Not anywhere she can really go. She might get a stun on him. Oh, there comes the Q out from Garen. The silence. Ooh, they're really testing each other out. Xerath does come in, and I feel like Garen maybe should have just kind of gone for it. Lisa's, most of her cooldowns were down. He might have had a shot at it. Could have grabbed himself some double buffs maybe, but Xerath grabs himself a kill instead. Bot lane going about a 4-1 Draven lane should go, probably. They are staying pretty even in CS, which is good for the Graves. Elise catching up to Trin in CS, but she has 5 kills, so not really big enough disparity there. Fight going on here. Just so much damage going on that Blitzcrank. That early Bloodthirst is just terrifying with that axe damage, and he is going to go back. Looking back at these items, Garen gets his Brutalizer first, but Renekton will be getting that pretty soon. I just have that Ninja Tabby. Elise went for the Ninja Tabby as well. That's going to be really great against this Tryndamere, Garen, Draven sort of situation they got going on. However, Ryze is getting pretty fed. He does have 90 CS at about the 11-minute mark, which is pretty solid. He's got his tier, he's got his Catalyst, so he's not going to be having any mana problems. Fresh Stuff has his Philosopher's Stone, a little bit of a dive going on here, but Renekton turns on that Dominus, does get the Cull to make Slice and Dice. Ignite goes down, Silence, ult from Garen, and Renekton will go down. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. Blue team's still up about 2k, just a little under 2k. Looks like Ryze is trying to get down this mid tower. A little bit of aggression from the Draven here. Probably wouldn't mind if he got pulled. Elise going in on Garen. She's doing a lot of damage. She's got that red buff ticking on him. And obviously she's 5-0-1, so she does have a lot going for her. Ryze flashing in. Xerath flashes. Ult comes down, gets the Q, Rune Prison, and Overload will take down Xerath though, so somewhat of a one-sided fight. Ooh, Draven gets hooked up, he flashes out, he barriers, he is exhausted, he gets the knock aside, but he does go down. That was a very good hook silence from Blitzcrank. Alicia's farming up here in this top lane. Tryndamere coming up, probably going to try and match that. Ryze looks like he's going to take down this turret here. Nobody's coming to stop him. I would think Elise would probably want to do that instead of keep CSing this turret, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not Diamond 1, so what do I know? These goes under repel to dodge those turret attacks. She's getting a lot of damage down on that Tryndamere. He just is going to back away, and so is she. Tryndamere does have his... Looks like he's going for that static shiv first. He's got his Zeal. He's got his crit glove, Brawler's glove. Draven's going to be going for that Bloodthirster Last Whisper build. On Varus, they call it the Legolas. I don't know if it's the same on other AD carries. But he's going to have a lot of raw damage from his axes. And Draven doesn't necessarily benefit from attack speed really early as much as other AD carries, because you can only throw your axes so fast anyway. And that's really what you want to be hitting people with anyway. Garen getting another long sword. Blitz hook misses, getting some damage down on this blue turret. He will quick draw away. Blitz is going to use his speed boost as well. Yeah, overall this game's going slightly in Blue's favor, but it really is still anyone's game. While Draven and Ryze are ahead, you've got a lot of kills on your jungler Elise. Probably rather than be on Xerath or Graves, for example. Renekton, maybe not so much because he will fall off a little bit. Stand aside, keeps Blitz at bay, but he does get cocooned up. He'll take the lantern. Do get the hook onto Graves, but nothing really coming out there. Draven is Tryndamere's coming in, but he doesn't have much health. He's going to have to ult. He gets cocooned up. Teleport coming in from Xerath. It looks like everybody will back off. Ryze is here too. You got a party in the bot lane, as it were. Xerath's got the Athene's Unholy Grail. He's got his first real item. Ryze has his Rod of Ages. More trade going on the top lane. Garen is 2 levels down, so that's going to be a big detriment. Really, I think what they're hoping for is just for Garen to kind of survive this laning phase and be able to kind of chase down that Graves and just kind of spin on his face. Graves does finally get his BF sword. Thresh Flash Flay doesn't land, but he does get the box. He gets the hook. Draven comes in on the lantern, takes him down, and gonna get that kill on Blitzcrank. He's actually gonna go into Thresh. So fight here in the mid. Ryze is dodging a lot of stuff, and he will make it out alive. So pretty good trade for him. He's gonna try and defend on this turret. Looks like at least he's gonna throw a cocoon. Cocoon's down, but they are playing up really aggressive. Probably gonna lose that mid tower. And they'll probably even up those turrets. Bot lane takes their tower. Nobody's stopping them, so it looks like they're going to keep pushing. I missed a dragon at some point. I don't know how I did that. There must have been a fight somewhere. Right here, Garen's backing out. Xerath's coming in from behind. Gets the silence on him, can't get the stun. Gets the ignite. Oh, he does land the stun. Garen just drops that judgment on him, kills him, but he does go down to the Elise and the Renekton. Tryndamere's here. I'm not sure there's a whole lot he can do. I'm sure that Elise and Renekton are going to be more than enough for him. He does ult. He's keeping the fight on. Ryze is down here, taking out Blitzcrank. Ooh, does get the slice on Renekton, but the turret is going to take down Renekton, gets the silence on Elise, and Ryze goes down. Thresh comes in for the hook. Nobody else is there. He's kind of by himself, a little dangerous. It's Cocoon on a turret. They are going to dive. Elise is going in deep, taking turret damage. Blitzcrank takes the kill with his hook, and Elise will make it out just fine. That was a whole lot of action right there. I was trying to break down, but Blue's down 3 kills, but they stay up 3k. I would assume that they're the ones that got the tower that I missed. And they are up a turret. They are also up CS, which is helping them out. The only real difference is in that top lane. Renekton is about 10 CS ahead, not that big of a difference. Garen's got a Giant's Belt in there finally, so does Renekton. They're kind of mirroring each other's builds a little bit, but Renekton does have that chain vest, so he really is going to have that advantage. Draven gets his Zeal in. Graves still doesn't have his Bloodthirster, pretty behind there. Xerath's got Spellpin Boots. Ryze has gone Merc Treads, and he has the Alacrity enhancement, which is interesting. He's trying to give himself that just that little bit more move speed to really chase people down. Tryndamere's got his Berserker's Greaves. He's finished his Static Shiv, which you can see in action here at the Baron as blue team tries to sneak. And Thresh to go for those mobility boots. Blitzcrank has got his regular Sightstone and his Philistone. Thresh has the Ruby Sightstone. Blue team will take Baron. They can hook up Blitzcrank. He does get hooked back into Blitzcrank. Xerath's done. Elise take it down. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you're going to do there. Chasing down this Renekton. This Renekton's toast. Ryze gets the kill. Not a whole lot you can do there. Meanwhile, Graves is pushing bot. He does take that blue turret. So now purple team is up in turrets 3-2, but blue team does have that Baron, so they're really going to be able to fight it out coming in here. And that was the top lane for a support trade, which is pretty good. You're never going to be too upset at that trade. Excuse me. So they're hitting here at this turret. Draven ult comes in just to try and scare him off a little bit. Zereth misses his Q. At least he's going to take those wraiths. Draven chasing down the Graves. Graves jukes back over. It looks like he is going to take that turret. That was pretty good. Pretty classy outplay, but Draven does get the kill. But purple team does have 4 turrets now, and they get back to that 2k lead. And Blitzcrank will go down to Rise. Garen gets stunned up. He's got his Q on. At least gets the cocoon out, and Tryndamere slides in. He does get the chicken down. I forget what it's called, but they do take down Zereth there. What is Tryndamere's chicken called? Something like Mocking Shout, I think. Mocking Shout, that's it. Today's just not my day for champion abilities, is it? Team coming in here. First on they're going to try and... Garrett just goes balls deep, as they say. Get a lot of damage down onto Renekton. That's some crazy damage from Rise right there. They get the turret. Kind of just snowball this lead. The kills have evened up, and now they have that a 5k gold lead. Which is going to come in really big. They get the Mocking Shout onto Blitzcrank. Get the snare. They get the root. He's going down. Absolutely no way it's going to stop. Draven's getting that chase in. Kill does go to Draven. Getting the damage down on Elise, but I don't think they're going to be able to take her down here. Well, no, she does get away. She does get away. Draven resume, takes the lantern. It's not going to get stunned up. Rise gets the root. Just going to walk away from that. Game overall going in favor of blue side. They are now up a kill for the first time in a while. They are up 5k. They are down 1 turret though, so purple team does have the turret advantage. I'm sure that will change shortly. They're going to go for this dragon here. Don't think anyone's really going to stop them. Nobody on purple side is very close. Elise may get in there, but I'm sure they're going to take it. By the way, guys, I am kind of just letting direct-to-camera take this. They do get the dragon. NP, as they would say. Tryndamere getting some of this lovely CS down bot lane. Don't want to go to waste. It's for all the taxing he didn't do earlier. That's what it's for. Blue team playing it out cautiously here in mid lane. Elise coming up. She's not going to be in range for that cocoon. Blue team pinging that turret. Not sure they don't really have anybody in the area. I guess that's what they're going to try and make their next objective. Tryndamere split push that bot lane up pretty far. He backs out. Purple team wants to fight here in mid, it seems. Renekton's coming in. Gonna go onto the Draven. Gets the slice and dice. He gets the stun. Draven is catching his axes. Gets the dominance out from Renekton. He's fighting with Elise. He's backing off. He's got the red buff ticking. He's kiting very well. The barrier goes out. Elise repels up. He throws the ult out. Completely misses her, but the Zereth ult comes in. He gets the slice and dice onto Rise. Oof. A whole lot of stuff trades there, but nobody dies. But Tryndamere is getting to split push that top lane. Garen's going to try and chase down a little bit. I'm just going to take that CS. Graves was bought, so that was a 4v3 for purple team. Looks like Tryndamere will be able to take down this turret. Nobody's come to stop him. He's got that attack speed. He's got his Blade of the Ruin King. Flash in from Garen is going to get the kill on Renekton. And they're still spinning under the turret. He takes the lantern. He's taking a lot of turret damage. They get the hook in. Draven takes the kill. And they are probably going to take down this turret. So much action. Get the box comes out. Graves isn't going to do anything. Team's going to back out. I'm going to try and cover these items. I haven't had a chance to really break it down, even though Tryndamere is taking down that top inner turret. Draven does have his Phantom Dancer now. He's got his Berserker Graves. He's got the Home Guards. Rise has Spirit Visage, which is a bit of an interesting choice. I guess the cooldown is good. I guess he does get Spell Vamp from his ult, so that is helping him a lot. Gets him a little more tanky. They do have a lot of AP damage over there with the Dominus, the Blitzcrank ult. The Elise is very fed, as well as the Zereth. Trinimir's got that static shift. The Blade of the Rune King's working on probably a Last Whisper. He's got that pickaxe there. Garen went for a Last Whisper, so he's really not getting very tanky. It looks like he might be going for an Aegis next. Thresh has his mobility boots. He's got his Shurelius, so he's trying to go fast. Blitzcrank's finally got his Ruby Sightstone, his mobility boots. Get around the map, trying to take down those wards. Renekton went for the Sunfire Cape. He's still got the Brutalizer. Probably going for a Wordsmail next, I would guess, from those two cloth armors. Elise went for a Rylai's and a Honey Guys after her Ancient Golem. It's going to give her a little more, give her a little tankiness, give her a little damage, penetration, all things that work great on Elise. Graves went for Infinity Edge first, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think Graves scales so well off of AD ratios that I think the Bloodthirster Last Whisperer combo would have been better. But I guess because he's behind, going the Infinity Edge isn't a terrible idea. Hopefully he can sustain. It's just he has that short range. It's very hard to DPS with your auto attacks on Graves as much as it is with other AD champions. Draven gets that QSS out, probably for all of the ridiculously large amount of stuns that are coming out. The Xerath stun, the Elise Cocoon, Renekton double strike stun. We're gonna wait in this bush. It's pink warded, so they don't have any vision. Let's just see if anybody face checks. Oh, Elise is coming. She was gonna check with her Spider though, so it's all good. They're gonna go for Baron. Baron is up. I'm not sure there's anything Purple Team can do to stop them, but they're gonna try. Blue Team has a 9k gold, so Elise is gonna try and repel in here. She does not win the Smite War. She flashes back over. Trin comes in. He's gonna attack her. Draven ult comes out. Box goes down. Trinimer's going over Renekton. Renekton flashes over. He gets a slice and dice. Blitzcrank flashes over. They're chasing. They got the Shurelius. They've got the Rune Prison. They've got the Dominus. Draven does take the kill with his spinning axe. Takes the lantern in. And for a second, I thought they were going to take that turret out. That would have been very bold. Now we're coming in. They are just going to take it out. I guess enough champions left that that's okay. They did. That was a 2 for 0, and they got the Baron, so pretty hard to fight that. Blue team is up 13k gold. They take the inhibitor. They are just absolutely in the driver's seat for this game. There's not a whole lot Purple team can really do. Garen kind of zone them off. They're really tanky, so they're able just to get this damage, but they are going to back out. Blitzhunk just barely misses. That could have been scary. They were going to kind of dance here. They'll go back. We'll see what blue team tries to buy. Xerath still hasn't gotten his death cap. He's really pretty far behind in comparison to his opponent. That 1, 4, and 5. He's only got 170 CS to his 206 CS, almost 40 CS down. Plus Rise has 4 kills, 5 assists. And he does get a blasting one. Trinimir gets a Hex Drinker next to deal with a little bit of that AP damage that's coming out. Looks like Elise is going to be building more AP items. Rise, easy kill on Xerath. Not much Xerath could do. Couldn't escape the mobility of that Rise, the lockdown he's got. So Leandries does come out for Elise, finishes that up. And that Warden's Mail does come out for Renekton. And Garen has his Aegis of the Legion, or his Lock of the Iron Solar, builds out of the Aegis of the Legion. Draven bought another BF sword. While I was describing all that, blue team takes down the dragon. We'll see where this goes. Looking grim for the purple team. I'd say they're probably going to need a miracle to get out of this. Maybe the one bright patch is that Graves is out CSing Draven, but Draven's been there for his team. He's been there for fights. He's been doing a lot more than the Graves. So the Graves has been involved in 4 of his team's 16 kills, 25%, whereas Draven's been involved in 13 of their 22, which is more in the neighborhood of 60%. Graves just gets his Phantom Dancer out. I'm not sure at this point if that's really going to be able to help him. Blue team getting their troll on, laughing outside the base. probably going to dive them if they get a good engage here, I would imagine. Cocoon comes out onto Garen. He gets the silence onto Renekton. Renekton gets room because the Blitzcrank pulls the hook in. Garen does go down. There's a lot of fighting. Draven gets exhausted. Xerath ult comes out. Tryndamere is just dunking on Graves. Graves gets nothing out of that fight. Elise has got the Ignite ticking, and she will go down to the Overload from Rise. They're very close. Renekton's still alive. Draven coming in on him, and he does get the shutdown. He gets the kill, takes the Lantern. Thresh hooks a minion, and they'll probably look to end here. Tryndamere slides in on the Xerath. Xerath flashes. He is ignited. He's going to take one more auto attack. Tryndamere will go in. He ults. Does get the ace. Flare for the Fountain Death. Draven taking out these turrets. They're probably going to fish right here. GG. Well played, blue team. You came out on top. You played well. You choked. Let's get hooked in there. Oof. Not good enough, Blitzcrank. It was a nice try. Valiant effort. So that's everything, guys. That was a good game. I hope you enjoyed the casting. I know my last one was a little dry, so I tried to pep it up a little bit, try and get a little more excited, try and make it more entertaining for you guys, as well as improve my own casting. So if you would, comment below, tell me, give me any advice, any critiques, criticisms, anything that can make me better and will make my casting better for you so that you can enjoy it more. And so that I can get a job casting for somebody, which would be a great bonus. Anywho, my name is 2Kung Fu for you. You can find me in League under that name. If you want to add me, play a game, that'd be great. Otherwise, look for more videos in the future. Y'all have a great day.